All right, let's talk about one of the biggest headaches in big data and the technology that's stepping in to fix it, Delta Lake. I'm just going to say it. Data lakes break easily.
And Delta Lake? Well, that's what fixes them.
So why are they so fragile? What's going on under the hood that makes them so unreliable? Well, it boils down to a few really big problems. First up, the data is just unreliable. Think about this. You've got a job writing millions of records into your lake, and bam, it fails halfway through. What are you left with? A complete mess. Half-written files, corrupted data, it's a disaster. And if you can't trust your data, what's the point of any of it? Problem number two is data quality, or, the lack of it. A classic data lake is like a storage unit with no rules. You can just throw anything in there. Someone accidentally tries to stuff a bunch of text into a column that's supposed to be for numbers. The data lake just says, sure, come on in. And then, surprise, surprise, your dashboards break and all your analysis fails down the line. And last but not least, they are incredibly inflexible. Let's say you need to do something simple like update one customer's address, or maybe delete a specific record for GDPR. Sounds easy, right? Nope. In a traditional data lake, that can be a total nightmare. You might have to rewrite a massive, terabyte-sized chunk of data just for that one tiny change. It's just not practical. Okay, so we've got this broken, fragile system. How do we fix it? This is where Delta Lake enters the picture. And the cool thing is, you don't have to throw out your data lake and start from scratch. It's more like giving it a serious upgrade. So what is it really? Think of Delta Lake as an open-source storage layer that sits right on top of the data files you already have. It basically gives your data lake a bunch of superpowers borrowed from the world of traditional databases. We're talking things like ACID transactions, we'll get to that, plus much smarter ways to handle metadata and even data versioning. But how does it actually do all that? The secret is actually pretty simple, but it's also incredibly powerful. It all comes down to one thing, the transaction log. Seriously, it's just a little folder that sits alongside your data, usually called _delta log. But this one simple addition, it changes everything. Okay, so here's the breakdown. Your data still lives in those super efficient Parquet files that are great for analytics. But now, before anything happens to that data, an insert, an update, a delete, whatever, it gets written down first in that transaction log. It's kind of like a bank ledger. Every single transaction is recorded. That log becomes the ultimate source of truth. If you want to know the current state of your table, you don't look at the data files, you look at the log. And this one simple idea, this transaction log, is what gives Delta Lake all its superpowers. The same ones that solve those exact problems we were just complaining about. First up, ACID transactions. Now, this is a classic database term and it's a huge deal. It's basically a promise that every operation is all or nothing. A job either completes 100% perfectly or it fails completely and leaves your data exactly how it was before. No more of those half-finished jobs that corrupt everything. Suddenly, your data lake has the rock-solid reliability of a database. And remember that data quality problem? Well, here's the fix. With a normal data lake, bad data just waltzes right in and causes chaos. But with Delta Lake, you get something called schema enforcement. It means the system actually checks the data you're trying to add. If you try to write something that doesn't fit the table structure, rejected. It's like having a bouncer at the door for your data, making sure only the good stuff gets in.
Now, this is where it gets really cool. Because every single change is recorded in that log. Every operation actually creates a brand new version of your table. And that one little detail unlocks maybe the most powerful feature of all.
I'm talking about time travel, for real. Let's say you load your initial data, that's version 0. Then you add some new sales data, that's version 1. And then, oh no, someone runs a bad script and deletes a huge chunk of important records. That's version 2, and it's a disaster. But with Delta Lake, no sweat. You can literally just tell the system, hey, show me the table as it was at version 1. And poof, the mistake is gone. It is a literal undo button for your entire data lake. Okay, so ACID, schema enforcement, time travel, these sound amazing. But what are people actually doing with this stuff? Let's talk about some real-world uses. Honestly, you'll find Delta Lake pretty much everywhere in modern data platforms now. People use it to build ETL pipelines that just don't break. You can have real-time data streaming into a table at the same time that analysts are running huge queries on it. No problem. That time travel feature makes things like data audits and compliance way, way easier. And for my machine learning folks out there, having perfectly versioned, reproducible data sets, that is an absolute game changer. All right, let's wrap this up and put it all together. What's the big picture here? It's really a story of transformation. You go from what people call a data swamp, unreliable, messy, low quality, to a data lakehouse, which is the best of both worlds. You get high reliability because of ACD transactions, you get high data quality thanks to schema enforcement, you can finally do normal updates and deletes, and you have a complete version history of all your data. It's a whole new ballgame.
So you see, this isn't just some small incremental improvement. Delta Lake fundamentally changes what you can do. It brings the discipline and reliability of a data warehouse to the insane scale and flexibility of a data lake. And that is why pretty much every modern data platform is built on it.
So I'll leave you with this one thought. If your data is truly your company's most valuable asset, why would you ever keep it in something so fragile?